Hello dear students, welcome to this e-learning platform of KRT Arts, BH Commerce and AM Science, that is KTHM College Nasik. I am Sharil Sonone from the Department of English. In this previous video, I dealt with the first unit of the subject Introduction to Literary Criticism, in which you studied definition of criticism, functions and concept of literary criticism. In this video, you are going to study the first approach, that is biographical approach. Let's see the details of this biographical approach. First of all, I want to clear the concept of approach. Approach is a methodology for getting the facts. Here, approach is used for getting interpretation of literary work. The knowledge of an author's life and experiences can be the key to get the deeper comprehension and interpretation of a literary work. It is assumed that in biographical approach, the author's life influences his or her work. Here we can pose some questions. What biographical facts has the author used in the text? What biographical facts has the author changed? And why? Even we can also pose the question like, how do these facts and insights increase our understanding of the text, and how does the text reflect the author's life? Here you will understand that in order to understand a literary work, one should have knowledge of author's life and experiences. The critics compare facts of the author's life to the writing, and it helps to understand theme, conflicts, characters, setting, and literary allusions based on author's own life and experiences. Samuel Johnson had employed the biographical approach extensively in his book Lives of the Poets, which appeared in between 1779 to 1801. This book appeared in the Renaissance period. The biographical approach follows that a literary work does not fall from the heavens, but it has origin in the mind of the author. Here I can give you some examples of biographical approach or methodology that is used to understand a literary work. You know that romantic poets spoke about their private letters, diaries, and autobiographies, and they referred these elements in their works of literature. Wordsworth's Prelude is an autobiographical work in which he expresses his personal attitude towards nature. Another example is of Milton's sonnet on his blindness. If you want to understand the depth of this poem, then you should know that the poet became blind when he was about 50, and it will help you to understand how he went through the critical situation during that period, and it gave outcome to this poem sonnet on his blindness. Here I can also talk about the talk about one more example, David Copperfield. This is an autobiographical, semi-autobiographical book by Charles Dickens. This novel also contains many autobiographical elements like David's love for Dora Spenlow, which is modeled after Dickens' youthful fascination for Maria Bednell. It also contains another autobiographical element, that David's employment at Murdstone and Greenbys is drawn from Dickens's own painful experiences at Warren's blacking factory. In this way, you can study any literary work of art in the light of biographical approach. Another example is of confessional poetry. While studying the poetry of Kamala Das and Sylvia Plath, one cannot ignore their life experiences. This biographical approach has some drawbacks. First is, sometimes equating the work's content with the author's life cannot be fruitful. Second is, credible sources of information tend to be highly controversial. So, before applying this approach to the works of literature, one should take care of some points, or you can say one should bear in mind some crucial points. How far is the critic justified in using the evidence of the works themselves for the purpose? Means you have to see that whether you have justified all the evidences properly. Secondly, how far are the results of literary biography relevant and important for an understanding of the work? So, keeping these points in mind, you can properly apply biographical approach to the literary works. In this way, you studied the biographical approach, which is a very crucial in the history of literary criticism. I have referred these two books. These books are very crucial to understand all the approaches. Thank you. Stay home and stay learning.